So we go in and we go in the living room, and like the husband's like upstairs on his deathbed or whatever. He comes down, he's all like sickly and coughing and stuff, and he sits on the chair and he's like, you know, can we pray for him, right? And in the culture, it's like when you ask missionaries to like do this healing stuff, the first guy, he just like puts some oil, like olive oil, like prays on the olive oil on your head, and then the other missionary will actually like say the words, like the prayer of healing. So that night I was chosen to be the second guy, the guy who says the healing words. And I was brand, that was like my first week. Like I had been there for like 3 days on my mission, and like, I mean, of course I'd done similar things like here in Jersey before I came out on my mission, but it was like the first time on my mission, so I was a little bit nervous. But like that inexperience allowed me to be open, to like be a vessel for the words of God to speak through me and to this person. And I said what I said, and the next day or like 2 days later, the neighbor like called us or like left a voicemail or something saying like that her husband got healed in like a day or two. So that was cool, and that was like one of the first experiences that I had in Kaysville, which was pretty life altering. But like when you're in that culture and you're in that mode, like it doesn't seem that out of place, or like it doesn't seem that strange. Like it's pretty run of the mill for that culture and for that area of the world. So like now that I'm like, this is 11 years ago, and I haven't done anything like that since. So, well, I mean, throughout my mission I did, but afterwards, like after the end of my mission was December 2012. So after that, I didn't do anything like that for the past 10 years. So now that I'm thinking about it and saying it, it's like anybody who's not part of that culture who hears that story is gonna be like, what? Like that's some different stuff that you're talking about right there, but like that's what really happens. And that's really part of like the kingdom culture of Christ. Like that's what he was doing because of who he was, and that's who we are. Like that's like some yogi stuff, right? Like people hear these kinds of stories about yogis and shamans, and when you study Jesus and then you study the yogi or the shaman, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. The only difference is that Jesus had a whole different mission than just a regular healer shaman. But he was the same type of being, you know, like had them same abilities, and so do we.